Welcome back. Okay, today we're going to explore a connection that's honestly just as surprising as it is completely practical. In this explainer, we're unpacking the hidden architecture behind something that usually looks, well, purely artistic, right? Ballroom dancing. I mean, we so often watch dancers just gliding across a floor and think, wow, that's beautiful. But we rarely realize that the elegance we're seeing, it's actually a literal masterclass in everyday physical and mental alignment. So think about your day so far. Actually, check your posture right now. Are you currently slumped over a desk? Maybe looking down at a phone, nursing a mild case of that dreaded tech neck? We spend so much time, and honestly, so much money, trying to fix these modern postural plagues with, expensive ergonomic chairs and specialized stretches. But what if the ultimate antidote to the constant slouch isn't actually found in an office chair at all? What if it's hiding right there on the dance floor? Okay, let's dive into this. It's just so easy to get totally distracted by the costumes, the music, the sheer visual grace of partner dancing, but we really need to shatter the illusion that ballroom is just about looking pretty. Because, as the research clearly points out, behind that elegant facade is a rigorous, highly practical, and honestly very mechanical training method. It's a completely systematic approach to literally retraining the human body. So, moving right into section 1, the mechanics of posture, training through movement and muscle memory. To fight against the heavy gravity of our daily sedentary lives, absolutely everything in ballroom begins with what's called the frame. This frame is the foundational blueprint of the dance. It's this incredibly stable, upright stance that requires tremendous, steady core support. You've got to keep your chest lifted, your shoulders relaxed, rather than all tense and hunched up around your ears, and your spine beautifully elongated. It is, quite literally, the ultimate structural antidote to the modern slouch. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we are up against here. Think about our typical desk habits: leaning forward, slouched spine, over-relying on those weakened postural muscles. It's basically a position of total collapse. But then, contrast that with the demands of the ballroom frame. You're lifting the chest, elongating that spine, and actively engaging your legs, your core, and your upper back. It demands real, balanced strength. It's about replacing those weak daily habits with highly intentional, engaged alignment. But here's why this actually works so well for us regular folks. You see, you don't just hold this frame once and call it a day. You have to hold it while executing consistent footwork, controlled weight shifts, and deliberate arm placement. By constantly repeating these upright positions in a structured class setting, you're actively rewiring your muscle memory. The goal isn't just to have great posture for the 1 hour you're in the studio. No, the whole point is to make that lifted, elongated posture completely automatic in your everyday life. Which brings us to section 2, control and alignment, balance that translates outside the studio. A lot of our bad posture actually comes from a super subtle, almost totally unnoticed loss of physical balance as we move around. And because ballroom dancing isn't static, you're constantly moving. It trains your balance by forcing you to navigate these complex turns, demanding really precise foot placement, and doing it all in perfect timing with another human being. This hyper-awareness of spatial alignment develops incredible coordination. It literally teaches your brain to stop you from slumping when you walk or stand, just because you become fundamentally more aware of your own center of gravity. I absolutely love this quote from the source material because it hits on something we almost never talk about: exhaustion. It says that steadiness often translates to improved body control, which can make standing, walking, and carrying oneself feel more natural and less tiring. Just think about that for a second. Poor posture takes a massive toll on our energy levels. The rigorous support you build in a barroom frame actually makes navigating your daily physical life vastly more efficient, and honestly, significantly less exhausting. Let's look at section 3, building social confidence, progress, feedback, and the partner element. So, we've covered the physical mechanics, but fixing the body naturally leads to fortifying the mind too. And it's a completely fair question to ask. How does a partner dance actually build confidence? I mean, if you're naturally shy or introverted, the idea of stepping onto a dance floor with a total stranger might sound, well, terrifying. So how does this environment actually go about building up your confidence rather than, breaking it down? Well, let's move to and see how this builds in a very logical, highly structured way. A good dance class is truly a masterclass in incremental progress. Step 1. You start with super basic, manageable steps. Step 2. The complexity gradually increases. Step 3. Because the steps are manageable, you experience a very real, tangible sense of achievement right away. And Step 4. As your competence in those movements increases, your internal confidence just naturally grows right along with it. It's this wonderful, closed loop of positive reinforcement. But, the real magic happens because you aren't doing this alone. The partner element is essentially a safe simulation for real-world social interaction. You have to practice intentional nonverbal communication and trust. You learn the very distinct roles of leading and following. But honestly, most importantly, you learn how to smoothly recover from mistakes together. Look, stepping on someone's toe, it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. But learning to laugh it off, recover, and just keep the rhythm going, that actively reduces social anxiety and that paralyzing fear of getting it wrong out there in the real world. On to Section 4, Presence and Stress Relief. Feeling better in your own body. This psychological benefit ties directly into our ability to be fully present. And if you struggle with an overactive inner critic, this is absolutely vital. Rhythm-based movement is incredibly powerful because it forcibly shifts your attention away from your own internal self-criticism, and it redirects it entirely toward physical sensation, the timing of the music, and your connection with your partner. It roots you so deeply in the present moment, offering this profound, almost meditative mental break from the daily grind. And for anyone out there who, let's be real, actively avoids the gym, or maybe you're just trying to return to movement after a long break, Ballroom offers a uniquely motivating entry point. Think about it. You've got engaging music, a highly structured learning environment, and friendly, constructive feedback. It completely removes the guesswork of those solitary, lonely workouts, making it vastly easier to stay consistent. And consistency, as we all know, is the absolute key to both long-term posture changes and those real confidence gains. Finally, Section 5, a two-part pathway, the ultimate takeaway. So the crucial point is how these physical and mental elements seamlessly interlock. Ballroom dancing isn't just some fun hobby. It's a dedicated two-part pathway for real personal growth. On one side, you have physical alignment through precise muscular technique. You literally learn to stand taller, engage your core, and find your true center of gravity. Then, on the other side, you have emotional and social confidence that's built through structured progress and partnership. Standing taller physically leads directly to feeling more comfortable and way more capable around other people. Which leaves us with this final thought. You really don't need sequins or a shiny competition trophy to benefit from the mechanics of the ballroom frame. The very next time you find yourself slumping at your desk or maybe hesitating in a social setting, just remember the lessons of the dance floor. Lift your chest, elongate your spine, and engage with the rhythm of the moment. How will you carry yourself tomorrow? Take that challenge with you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.